See, that's the kind of staying power that we have. No one believes us. There's no credibility here except maybe for the music. Maybe for the music. Jay, you should know this. There are, what is that? Is it 2 or 3? There are 4. There are like, maybe that's a 5er in singles. Just for being funny and talking on a microphone that was, not really operating. So everything that you said about how not funny the show is and that it's just blah, 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 and then there's bagpipe music, suck it. Suck it. So, for everyone else here this morning, if you're brand new to a Tartanic show, raise your hand. Liars. No one's here this early in the morning at 9:30 if you have no idea what you're expecting. If it's your first time, you're like already at the joust, and you're like, oh, I know it's not till noon, but I wanted a good seat. So if this is your first time, we understand if you're, at the back tables or in the last row. We want to create a good impression. There are only 3 rows. That's all right. That's all right. We're not questioning commitment. There's no judgment here. You can tell. Because there are no fashion police here either. And this is All Hallows Eve weekend where anything goes, which is really just like every other weekend here. But there's something a bit extra. Our own stage manager, the lovely Lady Shelley in the corner there, she's our security, has a little walkie-talkie if things get out of hand, if, a fairy wing gets a little sore from dancing in the show. We have cold packs maybe. We can bring paramedics if you need it, or paramedics. Is that a word? Is that a word? It's a new word. So, for those of you here that have been coming to Tartanic for a while, we're still going to run our sound check, but we've been trying out this tune, sort of a mashup of a couple tunes that has a fast punk beat. So for those of you already coffeeing up this morning, this music will be caffeine for your ears.
Scottish accent. Are we doing punk first thing in the morning?
Do you feel that? Do you feel that crazy energy? People are clapping. For those that raise their hand, that like this is your first time, thank you for staying at the tables. I don't know, did anyone move up? No, the other family, we've lost. Oh, we've lost them. Pipes were too much. We understand. Oh, you moved up. That is commitment. High 5-second roll. It's a small high five, and much better now till the before the end of the show when we're all sweaty messes. So I interrupted myself earlier. For the young ones, not the young at heart, like the real, honest to goodness young ones who are not of drinking age, maybe still in school. Our stage manager, the lovely Lady Shelley, in honor of All Hallows weekend, All Hallows Eve weekend, we do have candy and treats. This is not for, people that were pre-gaming in their car, or for diabetics. Just to let you know, the lovely Lady Shelley is back there. You're welcome during the show, after the show, or anything. This is a very loose environment. We have people who, maybe you can't stay for the whole show. Maybe it's like, oh, we just come in and then we go get a beer. Whatever it is, you can't get a beer till 10 a.m. We're like the opening act for alcohol. Yes! I know! So, treats for kids, and at 10, then you can have a beer, kids. Then you can have a beer. But right now, we're just going to run a little Tartanic concert, and those of you a little newly exposed again, we have Ethan Crown over McCracken on the Great Highland Bagpipes, together with Jack McCracken on the Great Highland Bagpipes, making it all sound like it's just natural. On the big drum, Seymour McCracken! And of course, none of this would be possible. This is largely for the new people, because everyone else already knows. We've been doing this like 21 years. I know Tartanic itself can order a beer. So none of this would be possible without McCracken Enterprises Unlimited. Our own Bella and Lily, usually dancing up a storm on the stage, your conduit to the band, and they are in charge, luckily. Now, the management skills of McCracken Enterprises Unlimited, keeping these lads in line, the music tight. So lads and lasses, ladies and gentlemen, now that and McTheys and McThems, whoever you are, on All Hallows Eve weekend, nothing matters. There was a gentleman yesterday who was walking through the crowd wearing a sheet over him like a ghost. And we don't know what was really going on, whether he was a real ghost or not a real ghost, because we shouted out, we're like, right about where you are, Fairy Wings, but he was like making a beeline to something down there, and it wasn't a bathroom, because that's the other direction, and over there. So we were like, hey, ghost, but didn't recognize anything, didn't hear anything. So it was either a ghost who was maybe hard of hearing. We don't know. Oh, we have Ghostbusters. What is it? Do you have your stream crossing thing? It's in the car. Yeah, you might want to bring it next show if you're coming to another Tartanic show. This is weirdly all caught on video. So that's enough of the announcements. We've made the introductions. You know who you are if you don't know what's going on. But if you'd like to clap along to this next tune, it goes something like this. Is it still on? This is one of those mornings where you may be watching Bella and Lily, responsible for this all, taking advantage of the movement of this show. And I don't mean the bagpipe movement. We don't want to encourage a BM during this performance. But that feeling that these tempos give you, be they traditional, Scottish, Irish, as you sit there very comfortably, sort of just passively watching. Imagine adding this to your lifetime soundtrack. We've had people streaming our music for quite some time. I know we're focusing on a lot of the new people because everyone else knows that we have ceased to sell CDs. In our 21-year history, 14 albums now available in a box set on USB drive. One that has like two ends to it, just like one of these Irish drum tippers. One end is a regular USB, and the other end on this drive is a USB-C. So you can plug it right in your phone and annoy your neighbors and share that music with our permission anytime you want. So individually available as well, we have our baskets, and a note that you should be aware of. All of our non-musical merchandise. If you're coming here doing that, getting the t-shirt, we produce all of this ourselves. The pins and magnets 3D printed, the leather stamped and put together, the t-shirts silk screened by our own Fish McCracken, who'll be selling you one right after the show, along with Bella and Lily. Over the 21 seasons, you can tell there are holes in our socks and our boots. And this isn't a sad story. We kick ass. And I can't really, say words other than that and risk getting a note from Shelley there. But those of you who have grown up with us, sometimes before the womb, and it's always the children first who are bouncing along to our music. Thank you for making us feel like Rennaisance rock stars, sometimes like part of the family, and year after year, again, 9:30 in the morning. I don't know what you're thinking, but it makes a huge difference to our hearts that you're here. So thank you for making us, make this world a better place for bagpipes, and thank you for letting us bring some better bagpipes to your world. We should follow this up with maybe a tune that started us all off on this. This is a tune on our Unmistakable album, and named after a wee pub in Houston where we used to sort of throw down, practice, and drink too much. That pub's not there anymore, but this tune is. This is the Brewery Tap. tell me what time it is in the real world right now? Dorsey, 9:55. We have time for one more tune before the pubs open! That was really exciting, wasn't it? Yeah. Alright, so you're the morning show. We'll probably give it a break for 11:30, maybe bring it back 1:30 by request. But those of you who have followed us, and we know that's true of the front row, and a lot of assembled in our audience, we thought we'd throw out and sort of mash up these sets of tunes and play them in like a punk or rockabilly style with a halftime drum break. And we've never really played this, percussion-wise, perhaps the same way twice. You know, we're sort of still evolving this tune, but it's certainly good enough for live consumption. So for the headbangers out there, this is not available on our USB. And it's not available streaming, although if you're in our audience and you've streamed our music on any of those online services, because we're everywhere, be it Spotify, iHeartRadio, Pandora, the Apple Music and all that, Amazon Music, thank you for the 0.008 cents that brings. If you've spent this morning here up to this point, and it's not worth even a penny in our baskets, please go see the joust for the rest of the day.